We are ECS Outdoors, East Central Saskatchewan's guide to faith, family, farm, and a whole lot of fun. Alright, it is December 4th, 2021, and we are excited to have with us the birthday boy. It's Micah's 18th birthday here. He is my second oldest son, and he is basically on the verge of adulting, and he's just doing what the new movement called gap yearing is. He's actually going to use this year to grow up a bit. He's actually looking at getting his 1A truck driver's license, so that's pretty special for an 18-year-old to be going that route at a young age. I've got him here in studio with me, and I'm just going to ask him a couple quick questions, and we're going to have, just a little talk about who we are. We're Tween Lakes Feed Solutions and Tween Lakes Farm, and we're bringing you ECS Outdoors. And so one of the fundamentals of our program here is family. We're the 4 F's of faith, family, farm, and fun. And we're going to talk a little bit today about family. And we're going to talk about the farm and how in our family farm, how that works. And we're going to talk a little bit about our faith and how that also works into it. And we'll maybe sprinkle some fun in there today too. But for the most part, we're going to talk to Micah here. Micah, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so Micah, we want to talk a little bit about, today's your birthday, so happy birthday.
Thank you.
We also want to talk a little bit about what is your life goal in the, what career you wanting to pursue when you're, a little bit older.
I'll go to school next year and then the following year for agro business, and then hopefully after that I'll come back to the farm and eventually take that over, hopefully one day.
So Micah's been involved in the farm here. He's been helping out with seeding and harvest. As all you listeners know, COVID has done a number on everyone's plans and different things like that. So Micah got to help out a little extra here the last couple years because the school was shut down for grade 11, and so he's really gotten a good taste of what the farm is like. Micah, what on the farm, what do you like about the idea of being on the farm?
It's every day at work, you always know that there's something to do, and you won't have a day where you're sitting around with something not to do. You always have something to do, and you always have something to accomplish and be satisfied for.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, no, it's a busy life. Don't get me wrong. Trying to find time to do a podcast isn't always the easiest. But we're going to use our weekends here. It's fortunately a Saturday, and we're going to spend some time doing some podcasting. And one of the other things is Micah is he's a hard worker when he wants to work, which is, I hope for everyone you want to work and accomplish things. This fall, Micah drove combine. So what about driving combine, Micah? What do you like about doing that?
Just the whole principle of you put a seed in the ground and in springtime, and then you get into August and September and there's a full plant and you get to combine that, and especially with the big brand new combines and all the technology that's in them, it's pretty cool. It's something else for sure.
And actually hitting home there, I get scared of technology, and that seems to be the way agriculture is going, is technology. I remember when auto steering came in and you didn't have to touch a steering wheel. That's about as exciting as it came, because I wasn't very good at making straight lines. But now with Micah coming into the farm, they don't even hardly need a steering wheel in the combine except when they want to turn corners. So it's a different world with agriculture. So Micah, one of the things that I want to ask is, what about farming? Why did you want to farm when you finished high school? You've been wanting to farm since you were a little kid. But I mean, what is it about farming that makes you want to farm?
Yeah, ever since I was a little kid playing tractors, and just satisfying to see a crop grow and take it off and put it in the bin and take it to the elevators and feed the world. It's fascinating to a degree.
So that's kind of one of the reasons why, you live out in the country. You get to see plants start as babies out in the field. So it's a fascinating career that we get to enjoy. We get to see, and there's so many different kinds of farming out there. Ours is a grain oilseed farm. We're actually in the beginning stages of succession planning on our farm, and Micah is part of that succession plan. My nephew Salem is already in school, and he'll be taking some ag courses, some business courses, and Micah will be starting hopefully next fall in his academic pursuits. So when you come back to the farm, Micah, we don't know exactly what year that'll be, as it's 2021. You've got 3 years, 2 years maybe of schooling, and then right now our farm sits just short of the 12,500 acre mark, maybe a little more than that. When you come back to the farm, what is your goal in taking the farm to the next level? What would you like to see the future of the farm look like?
Yeah, it's coming back to the farm probably around in my early to late 20s. Don't quite know yet, but at the rate of farming and the rate that our farm is growing, I'm thinking by my middle 30s, early 30s, that our farm could be capable of being in between 18,000, 20,000 acre farm, and it could be exciting. So exciting, lots of years thinking of and hoping for, and lots of praying to do.
Yeah, no, it's not something that a person does lightly. Our farm is growing. When I was 18, we were, 2,000 acres of a farm. So the future is completely unknown as to land availability, cost of purchasing land, where commodity price is going to be, right? And can you afford to grow your farm? And so you never know what the future holds. It's a completely unknown, but it's exciting to hear from a father's standpoint of view. It's exciting to hear your vision for the future, and that you're not willing to just sit back and rest on what we have as a farm and continue to grow the business. And that's very exciting. So thanks, Micah, for coming here and joining us on our podcast. I'm just gonna quickly shift our focus a little bit to something that's a little deeper. We're gonna actually read a passage of scripture here from Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1 to 3. In the past, God spoke to our ancestors through the prophets at many times and in various ways. But in these last days he spoke to us by his Son, whom he appointed heir of all things, and through whom also he made the universe. The Son is the radiance of God's glory and the exact representation of his being, sustaining all things by his powerful word. After he had provided purification for sins, he sat down at the right hand of the Majesty in heaven. So this is talking about God and his relationship to Jesus and his Son, and how Jesus was his succession plan of sorts. to better his relationship with mankind through Jesus. And I thought that was fitting for our conversation here today with Micah, as he plans to continue in my footsteps as a farmer. And how much joy that brings to a dad to see his son say, Dad, what you've done is something I want to do. And that's a really good feeling for a father to see that. And just want to clarify on that as well, that I did not tell my son to come back to the farm. It's a choice that he has made, and made that at a very young age. My oldest son right now is working at Peavey Mart, which is great because Peavey Mart is our biggest customer for Tween Lakes Feed Solutions. So the relationship is well established with Peavey Mart and us. And just want to say thanks to Hannon's boss for giving Hannon a chance and teaching him a lot of the things that a father would have liked to have taught, but teenagers don't always listen. And Hannon is growing in his work experience in life, and that's great. Each one of our kids has a different personality. Hannon actually would love to be in early childhood development and take care of young kids. And, that's his personality. That's how God has made him. Kobe, our third oldest son, has always dreamt of being a paramedic firefighter, and he, at this point in time, has not changed that desire. He's 14, so he's young yet. But, with Micah, he wanted to be a farmer at a young age, and that never changed. And so maybe Kobe will be a firefighter / paramedic. You never know. And Jacob, you heard him on the second podcast. He wants to farm as well as hunt, and I don't know how that's going to work out for a career, but it's something that God has given the aptitude and the desire to do these things in life, and I believe that if they choose that and that's what God wants them to do, that's what they're going to do. We talk about a father and the importance of a father in a son's life, but I really, really want to clarify here something, that a father can only do so much when it comes to raising boys. And my wife Twyla is the foundation of our home. She's a woman of faith, and she is my foundation, and she lifts me up when I'm not feeling the greatest about life, and she prays for me. That's very important. And she prays for our boys. She's a prayer warrior, and that is probably, if not the most important part, the best part of being a family of faith, and to have that support in a spouse. And the boys know that their mother loves them unconditionally, no matter how dumb they can be. They always know that their mom and their dad love them. And just for all intensive purposes, my wife and my boy's mother is the foundation of our home in many, many ways. And that is pretty much all we're going to do with episode 3 podcast. It's Micah's birthday today. He doesn't want much for his birthday, which is great. We got him some clothes. He got a bling bling chain for a guy. It's his thing, not my thing. I don't think I want to wear a chain. I'm not that kind of guy. Unless it's got duck calls or something on it, I'm not going to wear anything around my neck. But, just so proud of my son. And Micah, happy birthday again. And going forward, hope you have many, many more. And God bless you all. Over and out.